any human being that wants to form a new good habit or go into a new discipline that makes them better is always going to have problems with sticking to it those first few weeks or months. Now, this is something that's very common in the gym for a lot of people, including me. Nobody's perfect, but there's a solution to it. There's a solution to it because, like on this channel, I preach strong body, strong mind. Everything starts in the mind. And if you can tap into this one thing right here and understand it clearly, you'll be able to stick to your goals and what you want to do in the gym when it comes to getting jacked or becoming better, just getting in shape. You'll be able to do it a lot easier because you understand this one thing. And I'm gonna dive into it in this video. But before I dive into it, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Felix, back with another video. And today I just want to dive into this topic a little bit, just to help you guys get a better understanding of why you quit your new habits or what you're wanting to achieve. I don't want to say the word trying, or what you want to achieve in the gym. And it's all due to this 10-second conflict. And this concept comes from Psych Hacks. Some of y'all might know him, some of y'all might not. But I was watching this video and I was listening to what he was saying, and it made a lot of sense as to why people always drift away from what they want to achieve in the gym. And it's simply due to the fact that starting new habits are difficult because it's uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable, growth is uncomfortable. But in order to continue on the path that you want to, you have to understand this one thing right here, and it's the 10-second conflict. And this 10-second conflict is where one either decides to go towards that new path, building that new habit, or they revert back to that old comfortable habit and put themselves back inside that shell where you don't want to be. Understanding this, how it works, and why it occurs, is going to change everything. Let me dive a little bit deeper. In that 10-second conflict, you have two options. Like I said, reverting back to that old comfortable you, or moving on forward and creating that new habit to a better you, which is jacked, in shape, which feels better about themselves, thinks a lot better. But where you lose this battle in the 10-second conflict is by you entertaining the thought of that old you. By entertaining that thought of the old you, you've already lost the game. This is why I tell y'all that you have to make a decision and you have to commit to it. You have to make a decision and commit to it. You cannot have two choices, because if you have two choices, you're always going to pick that one, or that one choice that represents that old version of you is always going to be there. And there's also some other random choice that can just come out of the blue, and you can pick that too. So you have to make a decision, stick to it, and commit to it. You have to commit to it. And that's why I always tell y'all that. Make a decision, stick to it, commit to that plan. And you also have to realize that making a decision and a commitment doesn't involve feelings. There are no feelings involved. It's all a thought process to take you to the next level. Committing to the gym, committing to becoming a better you, committing to getting jacked has no feelings involved. It doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about results and getting things done in an orderly fashion, in an orderly manner, right? Don't ask yourself if you feel like going to the gym or if you feel like training. Just do it. Just do it in spite of what you feel. Do it in spite of what you feel. It can be raining outside. That shouldn't have anything to do with you showing up to the gym or not. The rain doesn't care about you going to the gym or not. It doesn't care about how you feel. You shouldn't care about it raining outside. What you need to care about is getting to your destination, doing what you need to do. And that one small little input is going to affect your outcome later on, which is building that aesthetic, that physique that you want, as well as strengthening your mind. That's what it has to be about. And like I mentioned, creating a new habit, don't use the word trying. Being disciplined is always going to be hard. And change and improving anything of that matter, it's going to be hard because it's different. Whatever you're doing here as the old you, it's comfortable. You like it. It's something that you know. But when stepping into that unknown, it's always going to be difficult. It's always going to be uncomfortable. But that's how change is, that's how things are, and that's just how it has to be. The more reps you get in doing that uncomfortable thing, the more comfortable you become with it, making you progress forward, right? So do not entertain the thought of that old you that's comfortable, that enjoys doing those sloppy things, that's keeping you where you are. Don't entertain that thought, because as soon as you entertain it in that 10-second conflict, then you've already lost. If you're enjoying the video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, like the video, drop a comment. Let me know if you're creating a new habit for yourself or going off in a different direction to get jacked and build muscle. Let me know in the comments. But again, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this algorithm going on this channel so we get the channel to grow and we reach the masses. There's been times where I've struggled with sticking to my plans and goals when it comes to the gym, but there's always been things that I've done consciously to then subconsciously force myself to move on towards that new habit or new goal or that new physique or whatever I'm trying to get. You gotta stop using the word trying. But let's say, for example, that I want to train a lot more often, or I wanted to train a lot more often than I usually did. This is back in the day. Now what I would do was that I would pack my gym bag. I'd have everything ready, the clothes, shoes, workout, pre-workout, whatever I was using at that time, whatever, I would have all of it ready. I'd have it in my bag, just sitting there by the door. So it made it easier for me to go towards that new habit instead of me thinking about it and then having to get up and pack my bags and all that stuff and still think about it and then make a final decision. So what I did was that I made the decision beforehand. To put it into simpler words, I made the decision beforehand that I was going to show up to the gym by packing my bag, having everything ready so that when it was time to go, all I had to do was just pick up my bag and leave. I couldn't run from it, you know? And that's how things have to be. And the more I did that, the more it just turned into a habit, right? The more it turned into a habit, the easier it got for me to just go to the gym and not do things based on what I feel. It was just based on me being committed to the process because I knew it was at the end of it. Another thing that Psych Hacks mentions in the video is one imagining themselves being in the same place that they were. Let me rephrase that. Imagine yourself being in the same place that you are today a year from now. How does that make you feel? Imagine that. That's horrible. I know there's things that I want to accomplish this year that make me just want to push on and push hard because I don't want to be stuck in the same place next year. That's like the saddest thing ever to me. Me not progressing, me being stagnant, just being stuck in that one same spot. So if you're a person that's looking to get jacked, for example, imagine you starting this year, going to the gym, training for a whole year. Imagine what the progress would be compared to you just, let's say, starting and stopping, or starting and just stopping the whole project that you're working on. And then you get to next year, this time next year, and you're still in the same spot. Imagine that. How would that make you feel? That would make me feel like an absolute failure. And that's just me personally. A failure. I can't even trust myself to do what I set out to do. Come on now. I set out to do this thing. I'm gonna do it regardless of how I feel. That's how it has to be. So again, it all goes back to that 10-second conflict. We cannot entertain that thought of the old or former self. That has to be thrown out the window. It's easier said than done, obviously, but it has to be thrown out the window in order for you to progress forward, right? I'm telling you, man, imagine yourself stuck in the same spot next year when you want to progress. Imagine that. Just think about that for a second. That's really, really deep when you sit and think about it. That's not a place that a person wants to be in. So it's better that you just commit to whatever progress you want to make. Stick to that program. Stick to the process. Commit to it. Forget your feelings. Do what you gotta do. Build that muscle. Fix your mindset. And get to where you want to be, man. Again, it's a lot easier said than done because growth and change is uncomfortable, but it's a part of the game. That's what makes you better. Because by the time you reach where you want to be, you can always look back and be like, that was a breeze. It was a breeze. You've gone through it, you've become better. It's like picking up XP points, man. You know what I'm saying? Experience points, literally. So it's all worth it at the end of the day, man. I promise y'all that. But anyway, that's enough for me. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment if you enjoyed the video. If you're here to get your mindset right and get jacked, get a strong mind and a strong body, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.